talk about Elijah Chatman at the fullback position there. You saw it in fullback. he's an artist. He plays piano. But you guys saw it in the game there. This was a spot that we talked about. We saw it in practice. Talking about practice, Elijah Chatman playing the fullback position, and he played in the game. Listen, every single time he was in there, he did what he's supposed to do. And your job as a fullback is push into somebody with your fat ass and get your hands on them. Like that's, I hate to break it down so simply here, but that's what the job of a fullback is.
You said
Much
it so
back in the day, watching Charles show me the way. I used to love watching him. But like I said, it's nice to see an old school smash mouth football. Like I really like seeing that there. So, but Kafka was talking about kind of what led up to it there. He said he did it in college. We went back to the archives and watched some of the stuff he did in college. And I think for Chat, which by the way, I've never seen him called Chat before. I like that. I like that.
Yeah. Chat. Really good.
You know, by the way, Bobby Skinner in the house. I see him popping in. Let's hope they let him really practice at fullback because he can be advantage in the run game. Damn straight. But anyway, we get sidetracked here from the comment he said, and I think for Chat, just his ability to be another dynamic player like he is on defense. And he says, we brought it up to the staff and Brian Daboll and had an idea about maybe introducing him as a fullback and seeing what that looked like. So no better time than the preseason to test out before the bright lights. We wanted to see what it looked like, and I thought he did a really nice job. Like seriously, like I'm loving it. I really am. Like this is a ba-da-ba-ba-ba moment here. Seriously.
He's loving it.
And again, we talked about it during the first initial change when they talked about moving him here to do both positions. What I love about it the most is, let's be honest, Elijah Chatman was a great story last year, mostly because he ran down that guy in that preseason game was it against the Lions or Texans? Texans, I think, right?
Texans, yeah.
And probably the play of the preseason. Like I love the heart, I love the freaking passion this kid plays with, point blank. But then he goes in and does this now, and now you go, okay, he's a borderline defensive lineman, but he also plays fullback. Like now you have a second spot where you go, like, I need to keep this kid because he can do both things. It's 100%. Brilliant on his part. Absolutely brilliant on his part to get involved and get in that. And what I love is that the big topic now is also him breaking face masks. Apparently he broke his face mask during the game. And they said that basically every time he's going out there in practice, he has broken a face mask now.
Talk about smash mouth football.
Yeah, like I love it. That's old school smash mouth. And again, we talked about the fact that we have undersized players in a lot of key positions. And ironically enough, he's undersized as a defensive tackle. But what I love about this is he's not undersized as a fullback. But you know, is a little undersized? Most of our running backs.
That's true.
Even Scatterman, we talk about him as this bruiser back. He's not a big guy. You know, we talked about the show before.
3 trunks for legs, but that's fine.
Like he looks small. You know, I don't trust necessarily the actual height and weight because that stuff's BS half the time anyway. It's like going to a wrestling match. This person's sitting at 8 foot tall and 575 pounds. Like
Hulk Hogan's got pythons of 28 inches. Like,
did you just say pythons, brother? Oh my God. We just now went from like Malcolm Jamal Warner earlier in the show to now Hulk Hogan. I mean, Sharon, what the we gotta hit the we got to hit the trifecta. You know, but yeah, it's like I said, it's a nice spot for him. And again, you can't help but root for this kid, considering what he went through. You know, like the way he went through and just like I said, ran down that guy, shows the effort, and you see it when he's out there. It's not like that was a one-off. He is an effort guy, point blank, guys. He is that small kid school that comes with an effort mentality, will bust his hump. May not necessarily have the full athletic skill that you want from that position, but he will bust his freaking hump. You know, like I said, I just think that you put him now as, yeah, I see Jay's comment. I know what you're laughing about. You see him, like I said, just being that big bruiser kind of fullback and opening up holes for these smaller running backs. and it's gonna. I think it's gonna work out well. I really do. Um, let's see here. Let's get to the rest of the comments here. Let's see. Trying to get back to where we were there. We got Chill Daddy, who says he doesn't like Bobby Skinner, and then Bobby Skinner pops in the show. Ironically. Embarrassing.
Whoopsie.
Let's see. There you go. Jay says Bobby Skinner gave Drew props like Brian Burns did to Timon Fox. He's a friend of the show. I'm the Timon Fox here. Bobby Skinner is Brian Burns. It's okay. It's okay. I'll take it. I'm still on the roster. I'm still on the roster. Or am I? We'll do the defense next one. Anthony says, did you see Dave say that every time Chatman plays the fullback position, he breaks his face masks? He's a way better fullback than defensive line. You know, and it's funny because, again, you don't see. Remember we talked about it with Joe Judge. He had, like, what, 3 fullbacks on the roster at one point?
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. There was just special. Like, now we talk about
out of the
wide room, the running back room, the linebacker room. That's where usually you get your guys, your athletic guys and your decent-sized athletic guys from those kind of spaces that play special teams. We had, like, 3 fullbacks in the Joe Judge days. That's why you don't hire a special team coordinator to be your head coach. That's why, right there. But yeah, like I said, it's definitely been a fun thing to watch that there. Jason's Chapman is barely an NFL player. Now they're making him out to be a 2-way player. He's our Otani, God damn it. He's our Otani. Jay said he's so undersized in that D line. Jay, another red herring. Jay says, did you guys see Daboll's post-game speech? Not exactly going to make dudes run through a wall. Listen, you want to see what happens with Daboll making people run through a wall? It's now that he's put like 20 pounds back on. He's screaming on the sidelines and flipping out. That's what it is.
That man's going to have a heart attack on the sideline, and I can't wait to see that day.
Oh my God. It's going to be bad. He's going to be like the DeMar Hamlin of the of coaching. Like it's not going to be pretty, guys. Like you see him like turn beet red. And what's worse is, like, especially around Christmas time when he turns beet red with that beard and everything, you just want to put a Santa hat on him. You just want to put a Santa hat on. As Bobby Skinner says, I kind of hate Chapman even being included at DB now that you have a Carter, Golston, and hopefully Alexander. Fullback might be his better position. Yeah, I mean, I think, honestly, I like him better at fullback, but I think what you're going to end up seeing is a mixture. Who was the kid we had a couple of years ago play the defensive line and it was also fullback? Remember his name? He was like I don't want to be mean about it and say a scrub player, but he kind of was a scrub player. Anybody remember what I'm talking about on there? He was undersized as well. Like I want to say he had a European name of some kind. I'm trying to remember what the hell's name was though.
Stop.
No. Here we go. There we go. Bobby's got me. Nikita Whitlock. That's exactly who it was. Nikita Whitlock. I was thinking like La Femme Nikita kind of thing. Like, oh my gosh. Let's see here. Jay says Scadaboo's got a huge hog. If that helps, who's balance? What the hell?
Really puts the balls forward.
The contact balance the tripod. What happened here? We're talking. He says, or you met his pet pig. Oh my god. He says definitely the tripod. Jay. This is what happens.
Dude's got great photography.
You get 2 Jays in a room, and look what happens here. Oh my god. Let's see. Jay says that guy signed right off. Let's see. Bobby says Trace Ford is the new Timon Fox. You're getting replaced. God damn it. He says LMFAO. We carry 2 fullbacks, Penny and Gillespie. I can't remember how to pronounce it. Was that the guy we got from the Texans that played there for a while? I want to say. Remember we signed somebody. We're like, don't we already have a fullback? Like, what the hell? Another fullback. Let's give me more fullbacks. That's what I need. Like Christopher walking up here. I got a fever. And the only prescription is more fullbacks.
Just push the fullback. Let's go.
My name is
fullback.
Joe.
I kept the doorknob.
Only afterwards I make any coaching decisions.
See this fullback here. I had it through knob. I kept this fullback right up my ass.
Listen, there's not a lot of songs that feature the fullback. Joe Judge wants the fullback. I think we should give him the fullback.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that skit again. That's like one of the best SNL skits of all time. It's right after with Sweaty Balls. Jay Snow says only the Giants hire a special teams coordinator. Well, no, the Ravens did it, and it worked out very well for them with John Harbaugh. He was the special team coordinator for the Eagles, if I remember right. It's been so many damn years he's been on the team now, but I think it was the Eagles special team coordinator. Someone feel free to correct me in the chat there if I'm wrong. Anthony says Joe Judge still gives me agita. He gives us all.
Don't get me the thumbs.
He's like he is to the coaching world what the ragu sauce is to pasta sauce. Like it gives me heartburn just thinking about him. Anthony says Jay Ferries, we have Fat Dave's back with Jordans. This team is going to be pumped again. Damn straight. Jay says but John Harbaugh but. Jay So says McAdoo was way better than Judge with that great suit that didn't fit. Oh my god, he'll think he borrowed his father's suit that day. It was horrible. It was ridiculous, guys. But yeah, he was honestly he was a good offensive coordinator. I felt like he just wasn't ready to be a head coach. And let's be honest, the Giants really did it because they thought the room was stale with Coughlin, and they thought they were going to lose him. Which they, be very frank, they might have lost him. But sometimes you got to know when to let him go. I mean, if you're not ready, you're not ready. And I think anybody that saw him in that introductory press conference knew he wasn't ready. But who knows? Hate to give the guy props, but we all said that about Nick Sirianni too when they won a Super Bowl with him a couple years later. So, and Joe Judge looked to have the best introductory press conference you ever seen in your life. We as fans were ready to run through goddamn walls for this guy.
True. All right, so you're right. So Harbaugh was special teams coordinator from 98 to 2006, and then in 2007, he was defensive coach back.
Yeah,
defensive backs coach, and then went over to
because the Patriots made Joe Judge his last year in New England a wide receivers coach.
Correct.
Just go ahead and give that
Belichick, and Belichick gave him all the praise in the world.
Of course he did. So, let's see here. Jay says Fat Dave's got more swag. That's true. Damn sure he does.
And jiggle.
jiggle. like Dexter Lawrence doing his dance there. I still think Dexter Lawrence one day should do the truffle shuffle after a sack. It'd be hilarious. It'd be absolutely goddamn hilarious. Jay says Sirianni's press conference was worse than anyone's, and then Anthony says Sirianni is a punk. Damn straight he is. Jay says Joe Judge was such a blowhard. Well, apparently you knew him more than I did. Oh,
well then.
Yeah, I went there, Jay. I went there.
I meant
to hit that button. Oh my god, it's getting a little crazy here. The show, guys. Jay says if Drew does Dexter's dance, it would be amazing. I'll tell you what. I'll make a deal with you, Jay. And I won't do it for this show because you guys already get a kickstart on this. If the next show we do live, which might be a little bit, like I said, we're not going to probably do, I think we might tape tomorrow or something like that. We'll figure out something to do for Wednesday. Rob and I still talk about that since I'll be on a plane. But either that or Rob solo. So next show that Rob and I do together, that'll be live and not in front of Giant Stadium, because we'll probably do one from the stadium after the game on Thursday. I'll make this deal with you. I will do the Dexter Lawrence dance if the next show on Monday we get to, I'm trying to think of a good number for this. Say $50 in super chats. That a fair number? I'm not trying to be like a greedy guy, but like $300. That's like so $50. That sound fair?
Yeah, it's fair.
Watch Jay say no. And again, not this one. You guys already got a jump start. We appreciate the jump start, but all right.
This Jay comes in, puts $49.99.
He would too. He would. Jay says, Anthony says, Jay Ferris, I'll split it with you. We're making this happen. Don't chill, Daddy. Be nice to Bobby. No, like I said, we're our own thing, but Bobby's good people, man. Like I said, we always supported him from the get-go. He supported us from the get-go. Jay says, man, you finally got some super chats. Now you're getting greedy too. Oh my gosh. Anyway, guys, let's get into the next segment here.
Thanks for watching. Like the show? Of course you do, or you would have turned it off by now and not be hearing me. There are plenty of ways to support the show. YouTube is the best place to join us, and we offer memberships there with fun benefits like custom emojis and early access to video clips. Of course, there you can also send super chats and stickers to send one-time support payments. The best way to support the show is to buy these drunk idiots beers at buymeacoffee.com/2giantgoofballs. Along with one-time support payments, there are also monthly plans, so you can continue to help kill their livers each month. You can also show people that you are a goofball by visiting our store at 2giantgoofballs-shop.fourthwall.com. We got everything from shirts, hats, phone cases, funny candles, buttons, stickers, and even a 2Giant Goofballs towel to dry off your goofballs. Of course, you can always support the show for free by simply hitting the like, subscribe, and share button wherever you are watching or listening to this. Hit the thumbs up on YouTube. Leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. It helps the show tremendously, and quite frankly, the Goofballs suck at marketing and need your help to get the word out. Thank you for being part of the Goofball Army and for taking the time out to support the show.
If you like that clip,
then you will love the full episodes too.
Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.